Hey educators, welcome to Disasters in Seconds. This is your really quick how to use this new training program that just arrived. We want to make sure that you get all of the benefits out of this. So we put together this video to help you with different aspects of it so that you won't miss a thing. We want to just run through quickly with you how to actually use this system because there's a whole lot here and we don't want you to miss any aspect of it. So let's just start at the very beginning. You've opened up a big room and of course you can use any place that you want. You can train with this outside because all of the materials can get wet. They can all be cleaned, so there's no worries with that. You can use an ambulance bay, you can use a firehouse, pretty much anywhere you want to train where you have a big open room is perfect. So once you have that picked out, now you want to choose your scenario. So you know that in our kit there's 12 completely unique scenarios. We did these based on actual real life things that have happened throughout history. We've modified some of them, but basically you have everything from a bus crash to a daycare fire to a tornado at the drive-in. And so we're going to pretend we're going to be setting up the tornado at the drive-in. So all of these programs are completely color coded. So everything will have whatever color it is, everything's going to match. So if somebody messes with your stuff, you'll be able to put it all back really easily. And this is the idea. So every single one of these cards, when you notice it tells you number 2 here, the Manny kids are all numbered and they have these little plastic card holders on the side. These slide in and out very easily. These are waterproof as well. So you want to just slide these in, and then on the first part, this is your triage information. They will make the determination what color tarp this patient is going to get moved to or how they're going to be triaged. So you can use triage tags if you want, because a lot of us have those. So if you want your students to practice with triage tags, you can absolutely do that. Or you can just have them write the information down and they don't have to move the patients. This program is so flexible, you can use it any way you want. The card goes in, they are able to triage, make the determination what color they're going to triage them to. Once that's done, you can have your students then flip the card over, it goes right back in, or you can do this for them. It's entirely up to you, but it's easy if they do it. So now you see that it changes to red, the number on the back, and now they can answer these questions. This is not secondary triage. These are pediatric questions that we want our students to improve their skills. So in this case, with a Brazo or hand-heavy color zone, what is this child's length color for their age? What is the normal systolic pressure for a child of this age? So we give you PD wheels, so if they don't have Brazo tapes or have any of that, you will have a pack of 30 PD wheels that are going to come in here. So you can put a PD wheel with each one of your Manny kids, or you can give them one with their clipboard as they're walking around. So this is really all your students are going to need, unless you're adding visual effects. If you were going to have them do this in the dark, you have to make a decision if you want them to have flashlights, their phones, or whatever. In this scenario, we have the sound, we have visual lights flashing, we're going to have fog machines. So we have all of those things that are going to be a part of this scenario to add to the effect. So you've chosen your first scenario. You're going to do this one, let's tornado at the drive-in. You'll notice there's a QR code here, which is really cool. Every single one of these have a unique QR code that this is going to play the sound effects from this drive-in, from the initial where you're being toned out all the way to a full hour, depending on how long you want your scenario to go, of sound effects that go with the scenario. So like for this one, you're going to have, kids screaming and you're going to have sirens in the background. If you're doing the bus crash, you're going to hear, because it went over a bridge, you're going to hear water rushing by. You're going to hear sounds of the traffic up above. So all of them are completely unique and are able to add to the experience of making this more immersive. So that's what this QR code is for. And again, all of your triage information, you don't have to think about this. You can have your students move the patients if you want to the triage tarps. That's going to be up to you. In your triage tarp bag, when you go to clean this up later, if you roll your triage tarps, they all fit in here nicely, and it's the very last thing you can throw into your bag. So this is just a nice way of keeping all of your Manny kids and things clean. and putting everything back away nicely. Every single scenario has different numbers of victims. So the tornado is our largest. There's 35 victims in this scenario. Every single scenario has triage cards, and you'll notice this is green and it says tornado at the top, so that's important. So all of these slide in here, and the removable moulage, which is in every single one of the folders, the removable moulage comes off. So this patient can be used in multiple scenarios when you change out the moulage, and these are just simply placed on your patient. And we tell you in this scenario on the card, it says educator note down here at the bottom. This actually tells you what piece of moulage that you're going to use, and it also tells you that same information in here as well. So if you go to this patient, this one here, and you can see that Manny Kid number 2, it shows you with these arrows, it actually tells you where the pieces of moulage go. And then when you put them back, all of the moulage pieces have these really nice backing sheets. So all you have to do is take the moulage off and place it right back where it goes. So you're able to keep these clean. They're also color coded with the green. It tells you it's for the tornado scenario. So all of this goes nice and neatly back into your one folder so that you're able to do this multiple times. We of course created 12 unique scenarios because we were hoping people would do one a month. But it is entirely up to you. And then of course we do have credit hours. If that's something that you want to provide for your students, you are able to give credit hours for this system, which is really cool. And what you would do for that is with the clipboards that we supply to you, you copy your answer keys, you give this to your students. On the back side, we give you the information. So if you want your students to actually be able to get credit hours for the scenarios, it tells you exactly how to do that. You have your own unique code, so if you give them that code, they will be able to go do this after the scenario. So they don't have to do it and waste your time for training. They can choose to get credit hours or not. It's entirely up to them. If you give them the information, they have their answer key, they can go back on their phone, their tablet, their computer, whatever, and they can actually fill out that information and get the credit hour, and we do all of the filing for you, so you don't even have to worry about that. If you get stuck or have any questions, you can always call our office. We are happy to help, or email us, info@pedi-ed.com, and we'd be happy to answer any of your questions. We're super excited for you to get started with Disasters in Seconds and hopefully make training for your students just so much easier, and prepare all of us for that disaster we hope never comes. Thanks, and God bless.